So the West Bank annexation has been postponed, and that's got to be great news, right? And it comes just as we find out that the United Arab Emirates has normalized relations with the State of Israel. And Netanyahu described this as a great step towards peace between the Arabs and the Jewish state. I think he said it was the greatest advancement towards peace between Israel and the Arab world in the last 26 years. I wonder what happened 26 years ago that was on a level with this. But he confirmed that he would delay the planned annexation in the West Bank, but it would remain an option on the table, as if it's not happening every day anyway. Every inch of Palestine has been in the process of annexation since the Nakba, or the catastrophe, in 1948. And a lot of people complain about it. Certain hypocrites are upset about it. Tayyip, hypocrite Erdogan, is kicking up a fuss and saying that he will cut ties with the United Arab Emirates because of this. This man is a huge hypocrite, and the fact that he's recently turned the Hagia Sophia back into a mosque for the second time, that great cathedral has been turned into a mosque against the will of the Orthodox Christians, for whom it was the holiest cathedral. And if and when the Israeli state demolish the Dome of the Rock, demolish Masjid al-Aqsa, or turn Masjid al-Aqsa into a synagogue, how can he complain? How can he complain if the conquerors, the invaders, the occupiers, and that's how Hagia Sophia was turned into a mosque. Istanbul, or as it was then Constantinople, was conquered, and the church was turned into a mosque. So if the Israelis conquer East Jerusalem, which they have, and they want to turn a mosque into a synagogue, why not? We've got the example in front of us, and everyone celebrated it when Erdogan did it. And Netanyahu's son has been pointing out this hypocrisy. And unfortunately, he's correct. And there is a lot of hypocrisy, because a very similar occupation to the Israeli occupation of the Palestinian territories is the Turkish occupation of northern Cyprus, where civilians were stampeded out of their homes, out of their villages, forbidden to return, and foreigners, citizens of the conquering nation, were transplanted into war-won land. This is a war crime. It's a war crime in Palestine. The settlements in the West Bank and East Jerusalem are illegal under international law. And the same war crime was committed by Turkey in northern Cyprus when settlers, Turkish citizens, were transplanted into the war-won land in northern Cyprus. So we must be consistent. We must stand up for the Palestinians who are so brutally occupied illegally. But we must be consistent. And we must call out the hypocrisy of people like Tayyip Erdogan, whose country is a member state of NATO. You're a member of NATO, and you want to stand up and defend the Palestinians against Israel. What a joke.